finally, we have this guy here, who I don't know. But no, this is my twin brother, if anybody, in case you haven't met, this is Matt, who's our co-founder and our product guy. So he's going to give you a rundown of all the Bitcoin-related stuff that we're doing. We have some new releases. He's going to walk you through that for a few minutes. So I'll hand it over to Matt.
All right, thank you. First of all, thanks for everyone coming out. It's a great turnout. Great to see you all here. As Mike said, I'm Matthew Kane. I'm Mike's twin brother, the better-looking and older brother, as you can see. And I'm the co-founder of the firm. I head off the product. So Mike is the one that MCs the events. I'm the one who's here late at night building the actual product. So I'm just gonna, so obviously, you might think, why are we here? We're not a Bitcoin company. We don't think of ourselves as a Bitcoin company or a company built on the blockchain. However, we feel we really brought a more innovative product using Bitcoin into our product set for regular people. So what is Hedgeable? So we make sophisticated investing simple. What we do is, so there's a lot of lawyers or busy people here, so we automate sophisticated investment management with as little as even $5,000 in 5 minutes. And I'm going to show you real quick in a few minutes how you get started, and we automate it and customize portfolios for people who would have no idea how to create a portfolio on their own that's very sophisticated, and we do it at a very, very low cost. So you might think to yourself, okay, so you say you make things simple. Well, how do you do that? Part of our mission is to educate the retail investor. So we don't target institutions or very sophisticated people. We try to make it simple to access sophisticated products. As you can see here, we have a whole research center even before you sign up. We have it on stocks, mutual funds. We also have Bitcoin, a very robust center here. So you can see here, we try to make everything palatable for a normal person, regular Joe investor who has no idea what Bitcoin is or how to invest in it. So we have proprietary scores. We have maps here showing you where Bitcoin's traded. Instead of showing very technical terms like hash rates, we'll say, well, how many computers do you need to actually mine a Bitcoin? We'll compare it to stocks, and we'll compare it to, okay, well, how many Bitcoins can you use to buy a house if you could do that? So very, very simple things for people to use in a very visual manner to learn more about it. In addition, we have some more technical analysis. If you want to see, for any start date or end date against, a few benchmarks, we have, more technical, pretty much every performance and risk stat that you possibly would want, more of on a portfolio analysis level as well. And finally, we have this little estimator, which has gotten quite a bit of press recently. I think some people in this room actually have used it. We try to gauge the sentiment of Bitcoin, so for a 1, 2, and 3 year rolling consensus. And you can see here, this is the consensus of, we have everyone from big VCs to Bitcoin enthusiasts. It's not all positive. Some of them said 0 over 3 years, but you can see here the overall consensus is very, very high. So you can see here we have visualization, which is pretty cool. You could sort it by all sorts of things. So now I get into the actual product. So I'm on our Get Started page. So what we do is we just have people fill out, a very simple profile with a few different metrics here. And basically what we're going to do here is build a portfolio for people that's very sophisticated. And part of that will be with Bitcoin if they choose they want that. So I'm going to say I have a taxable account with $50,000 in the US. We will be moving to other markets pretty shortly. You can see here on the bottom, as you're answering the questions, the portfolio will change. We'll tell you exactly what's in it, very transparent. We'll give you historical analytics, and also you can see your risk tolerance. So I'll click through this here, and we ask you for credit or not, which you don't need to use the Bitcoin. So we integrate with Coinbase to provide a very simple way for anyone, whether you have an IRA or taxable account, with any amount of money to buy Bitcoin, and which I'll show you in a second. So you see here, I said I want to use Bitcoin. We'll show it in your portfolio. So it's anywhere between 0.5 to like 2%. So a very small amount. We're not putting half of people's portfolios in Bitcoin. So this is a small amount where, the upside is really limitless, and there's not a huge downside if something happened with Bitcoin. So we recommended this person 0.9% of their portfolio. I won't go through the rest of the sign up, but what happened is, so this person is 800,000, which we like accounts like that. this person signed up. You can see we give them a dashboard with all their accounts, a lot of different metrics. They can get much more sophisticated metrics as well if they want, but very visual and very easy to understand. What they could do is go to the Bitcoin page. All they have to do is open a Coinbase wallet. If they have a wallet already, we just tell them, okay, this person we recommended $3,000, which is a 0.37% recommended allocation for this investor. Here's how much you should buy, and then they click the button and buy it. Once they buy it, we give them analytics so they can track it on an ongoing basis, which they could track with their other portfolio that we manage for them, all on one platform. So pretty much any statistic that you could possibly want. And really what we found, why this is innovative, is our investors are just regular retail investors, and about half the people since we launched this have signed up for this product. And these are not people who, in this room, they're not Bitcoin experts. They have no idea what Bitcoin is. They just think it's really cool, and they would have no idea how to do this on their own. We integrate into one package, one platform, and just make it really simple for them to do it.
All right, you went way over 3 minutes, by the way.
Oh, well, I could do that.
All right. Hold on, we have a few questions here.
So how do you rebalance the account? Does the user have discretion, or it's done automatically by your algorithm?
For a Bitcoin or for the other account?
Overall account, let's say somebody invests $10,000. Over
Right.
a period of time, are you going to move the assets from Bitcoin to
Right. So
ETF or ETF to Bitcoin?
the Bitcoin is separate from their other account. So let's say they have a $100,000 IRA. We will automate that, so that's totally seamless. We'll manage the whole thing. Let's say they have a $2,000 overlay of a Bitcoin portfolio on that. We don't discretionally, they're hooked in with their Coinbase account. So we'll tell them every quarter when they want to rebalance it, they have to authorize us. So we don't just do it for them for legal purposes. So they'll have to press the button. If they don't want to buy, they could buy more. They could not rebalance it, so it's up to them. But the rest of their portfolio, we will manage it for them.
Quick thing, if you're able to comment, would you be able to provide like basic statistics, like the approximately the number of clients that are interested in Bitcoin, and like what the mode, and the average of the percentage of their portfolios they are looking to put into Bitcoin?
Right, so we recommend allocations for them, so it's between 0.5 and 2. It really depends on their risk profile, so it depends how much money you have, your risk profile, so a riskier client would have closer to 2%, but most of them, I would say, have between 0.5 and 1%, 1.5%.
Product guy, you told me.
So I think around like half of the people who have signed up since we launched this very recently have used it, and like I said, these are just people you would never think in a million years would use Bitcoin. Guys in the Midwest with an IRA account.
And ballpark on counts, like dozens or hundreds?
Dozens.
It's still beta. We have a beta tag here, so we've just been really testing it recently. So I would say it's in the dozens right now. We hope, like I said, our entire philosophy as a company is to bring high net worth type products, which we feel Bitcoin is something that normally a high net worth person would be using. Very sophisticated product that they don't understand. Bring it down market to people and just simplify it. So we hope that hundreds of thousands of people will end up using this, right? But it's all about educating people and making it so that's not such a scary thing when they hear about it. A lot of reporters we talk to, oh my God, you're gonna lose everyone all their money and it's so risky. We're a company that's built on risk management, and we are putting people into Bitcoin at a very small percentage. So we think it's a great innovative product set.
One more question.
Yeah, if I'm
Oh, no, sorry, back here.
Oh.
Yeah, I just got a question about like gain loss reports and tracking, people's returns on their investments. So, do I understand correctly that your clients could be in Bitcoin, but they also could be in Litecoin as well and other cryptos, or just Bitcoin?
No, it's just Bitcoin.
Okay, so you have an integrated report that, for instance, like I'm in Bitcoin, and then I buy it, price rises, I take it, I buy a stock or another mutual fund, and then later on I cash that out to fiat. So do you have an integrated gain loss report that will show me where I stand at the end of the month or the end of the year?
Sure. So what I have on the screen, that's all of your risk and performance metrics. So you'll be able to see everything. Well, I had it preloaded, but you'll be able to see every stat, every transaction. We have a whole robust analytics platform, so you can see anything you want on anything that we manage or that we track.
One more question, sorry.
Sir, for the general Bitcoin community, if they wanted to participate in this, what's the minimum investment to get on your platform?
The minimum for our platform is $5,000. So that's any account type, taxable IRA, trust, business account, whatever it is. And then based on that, we'll recommend percentage Bitcoin. You don't have to use Bitcoin. We also have another feature we released recently. We partnered with Circle Up. We're doing private equity, investing people in private equity, which is also optional. If you didn't want that, it's just a stock and ETF portfolio, but it's all very sophisticated, it's risk managed, it's tactical. So, it's more of a high net worth product. There's other guys in the space that we compete with that are basically just repackaging Vanguard. That's not what we do. This is a, more sophisticated product. It's a little more money, but still it's half the price of paying a RA or, a normal asset manager.
All right, thank you, Matt. So we're right on time here. So round of applause again for all 6 of the demos. I think as you saw from the different demos, is we tried to get a range of companies. A lot of times you think of Bitcoin, you think of exchanges or wallets. And as you've seen, that's not really what Bitcoin is about and what the next generation of Bitcoin companies will be about. You read about Coinbase, and that's what the general public knows. But as some of the people in this room know, and some probably don't, is Bitcoin's a very young technology, which is why we love it. It's very innovative, and we don't know what the next few decades are going to come and what they're going to look like. And you've probably seen that from the different companies. And people are building on top of this technology, and it's just going to get more and more robust as we go along. So we think it's fantastic, and that really leads me into the panel that we're going to have. So if the panelists are all here, if you could come up, I'll help introduce you. So we have John from TechCrunch, Michael from Wall Street